You know when you move to a new city or state and you always have a list of things you want to do or places you want to see there? The same goes when you move to Alaska. You're going to make a list of everything you want to do and see while you're here. The list is going to be a bit longer in Alaska than it would be if you were moving to Idaho. There's not a lot you're going to hate in Alaska unless you prefer being around city nightlife, lots of traffic and people, rather than wildlife, remoteness, and landscapes. There's a few things that will confuse you shortly after you get here. For example, if they have enough asphalt to make so many speed bumps, why don't they have enough asphalt to fill in all of the potholes? Or why do you get 3 flat tires before you reach your first destination and find that your windshield is cracked in 7 different spots after 15 minutes of driving down just about any road? But let's get back to your to-do list while you visit Alaska or just move to Alaska. If you like hiking, there are going to be several different areas you're going to want to go hiking in. You're going to want to see some glaciers. You may want to go to an island like Kodiak or drive as far north as you can to Prudhoe Bay. You're going to want to see some tourist spots like Igloo City or Denali National Park. And you're going to have certain towns like Valdez or North Pole on your to-do list. When visiting Alaska, it's kind of like visiting the lower 48 states in one trip. Your list is going to be much longer than you had anticipated before planning out your vacation. So you're going to get to Alaska with 20 or 50 or 100 spots you would like to stop by and visit, depending on how long your trip is. And after a couple of days or 1 week passes, you're going to look at your list and see that you already hit 13 of the spots and you only have 37 more to go. And then you're going to stop at a diner or at the 14th spot, satisfied with all that you have so far accomplished, and tell the waitress or the other tourist or the locals about the places you've seen and what you've done. And this is where the trouble begins. That person will then ask you if you've seen about 5 other places that are not on your list. And they're going to convince you these are places you'd be crazy to ignore while you're here. And you're going to go home that night and look at those places up on Google or YouTube and add them all to your list. And every time you stop and talk to someone during your road trip, for every 5 places you visit, you're going to be adding 7 new places to that list. And after a few more days pass by, you realize even if you stay in Alaska for the rest of your life, you're never going to be able to visit every place on that list. That is what I hate most about Alaska.